Alright, so I made this GMT field watch. Pretty much this is a do everything watch. It's a GMT, it's got the GMT inner chapter ring, and then the diver style minute bezel. I just wanted to go over this because there's a lot of things on the internet saying that a Ronda 515 won't fit into a NH35 case. So this case is designed for an NH35, and I have a Ronda 515 .24, which is the GMT movement. And this is just my kind of do everything field watch. These Ronda quartz movements, they're pretty forgiving. This is probably one of the most robust movements I've ever used. You could drop it when you're building. When I first started out, sometimes I would accidentally knock all the hands off, taking the dial off, trying to get it in these cases. And I don't know, it's very forgiving. This one has been running for about 10 months. I know there's some worry that the crown stem doesn't fit. I haven't had any issues. So I'm gonna take apart this movement, or I'll take the movement out of the case and just show you. So the only thing I did use was this is, you could buy these on the internet. This is a NH35 to Ronda 515 adapter. I find this one works perfect. If you look in there, you can see the crown stem is centered very well. Like I said, there's a debate whether that would happen, and I'm here to tell you it does happen. And like I said, this one's been running for about 10 months, keeps time perfect. If you're not familiar with the 515, they're very affordable Swiss movements. If you want to take the crown stem out, you go to the furthest position. Probably should have left this in there, but and then there's a tiny little hole. Let's see if I can get it to focus. So there's a tiny little hole right here. You're gonna add some light pressure and the crown will just come out. Now my crown stem took off. All right, so here's my GMT movement. Let's see. Sometimes when you buy these Ronda movements, it won't come with an extra crown stem, but don't worry. I usually take a pair of needle nose pliers and I chop this plastic piece off, and you'll find that this crown stem is threaded all the way to the end, and you can actually use, unlike a N35, you can use this crown stem, this temporary stem. So as you can see, here's the Ronda 515 .24. One thing you got to worry about with these cases is when you're ordering a case, make sure it can fit a 29mm dial. Most of these Ronda dials don't come in a 28.5mm dial, which is usually standard for these, but you can find a lot of cases that will accept a 29mm movement. So this one, I added this chapter ring just to kind of give it a do anything watch. You know, it's a GMT, so you can do dual time if you're traveling, and then also it has the diving bezel. It's also loomed. I'll go ahead and show you that. It's got a beautiful green loom. So here, I'll go ahead and put it back together. Almost forgot, and voila. So bezel, chapter ring, case back, crown, everything except for the stem, the movement, and the dial. Those are all NH35 parts, or NH34. Like I said, this is a very forgiving movement. So if you're just starting out and you're worried about, you know, dropping it or working with it, it's really easy to work with. There are quite a few Ronda 515 parts that can be purchased on the internet. The only thing that you can't really buy is the case. You can buy some Ronda 515 cases, but for me, they don't have any of the dive style cases. I've also used some of these cases. Like I said, the thing to watch out for is just make sure that the case can take a 29mm dial, right? And then of course, you're gonna have to buy a 29mm Ronda dial, but those are very popular. And then again, here, I'll go ahead and just show you what I do. You can buy Ronda crown stems, but they give you plenty of crown stem. So I'll usually just take my cutters and I will cut. Let me get my crown stem cutters. So I just cut around, and eventually this will just break off. Worried about it threading to a NH crown stem. So here is a NH35. Sorry, that one's already got a stem in it. So I will grab a case that does not have a stem. There we Go. Jeez, my hand's on work today. And then here we go. There you have it. You would insert this and cut it down just like your standard NH35 crown stem, right? And then, like I said, you want to put a little blue Loctite on there, and then you'll be ready to go. So there you go. That's installing a Ronda Swiss 515.24 into a NH35 case. And there's no rattle, this is pretty solid setup. Yeah. All right, thanks for watching.